Good morning. We woke up here on the Utah-Nevada state line, if you didn't watch the last episode in Utah, and we're getting ready to head into Nevada. It was an interesting stay on the border where literally the hotel was in Utah and the casino is in Nevada. So since now we're heading into Nevada, I say we probably try our luck to see how, maybe if we'll have some good vibes and good luck heading into Nevada. This is a pretty cool wall showing all the, or a lot of the locals and telling the story here of the Great Basin area. I really love this map. It's the Pony Express. Try my luck for the day. Let's see how it's gonna go.
All right.
Just like a used car salesman, took all my money. Welcome to Nevada. We have been through Kansas and Colorado and Utah, and now Nevada is our 4th out of 5 states as we're rolling through US 50. It has over 400 miles, so another long state, and best known on US 50 probably of all the states, because this is considered the loneliest road in America, and even has the signs that say it, they advertise it as part of their tourism, the loneliest road in America. So we'll see. Utah was pretty lonely, so we'll see if Nevada can top that. We're going to start our day right here on the state line border with Nevada and Utah. And as we head west, we're going to dip down into Baker. That is where the Great Basin National Park kind of entrance is, so we're going to check that out. And then once we get back going, there aren't really any current towns for a while, and you see some sites there listed. Those are ghost towns that we are going to visit. A few on the way that are just a little bit east and west or north and south of US 50, and then we'll head on up to Ely. Talking about ghost towns, this is pretty interesting, learning about some old culture that was here like 700 years ago, and not really a typical ghost town like I would explore, but it's the morning and I think it's good to kind of loosen up the legs and go for a little walk and check out, the archaeological site. Basically, they found things here and they found different things from this culture throughout different parts of the United States here, around this region. And they made a nice little trail guide to inform you as you go, and there's little numbers, and you look and you kind of imagine what it used to be. Located right here in Baker is the visitor center for the Great Basin National Park. I would recommend stopping in here. There's some cool things to check out. And the workers were extremely helpful to me in recommending where exactly to drive for what I was trying to do, which is kind of an in and out trip. In my travels, I've happened to come across several national parks. I'm not sure how many. After this, I'll have to look it up, and I'll put it right here. So, you know, I've got a little bit of experience. I've certainly not been to as many as some of my friends and people that's, you know, what one of their big bucket list things are, is to go to the national parks. And how does this one, you know, match up? It's certainly not like Zion and Bryce and Arches National Park, which are some of the more spectacular ones. But also this one's free, so you can just drive right in, and the other ones do cost money. And so maybe your expectations should align with that, you know, it is a free national park, which is pretty rare. It has a lot more trees than I thought. When I was thinking of the Great Basin, I didn't think of the trees, but I'm not familiar with this area at all. It goes from less than 7,000 feet on this drive to over 10,000 feet. So you're really climbing quite a bit, and it does have some pretty spectacular views. Unfortunately, a lot of the trees kind of get in the way of some of the views. It's probably good while you're driving to not be distracted by just looking, you know, like right there, and I'm trying to drive and it's narrow roads. So stop and get out at the overlooks and scenic views, and there's a few of them. And there's hikes and there's things like that all over, so I'm sure that you can spend a weekend here having a lot of fun. But definitely not at the level of some of those grand national parks, that if you've ever been to those, but still very cool. And the price is right. Actually, the drive down the park from, you know, you drive up and then you turn around and come back down. The drive down might be better because you can really see things, see the perspective of the park. As you're going up, you really, you know, you're just kind of climbing and you can't really see it, but from the above, driving down, it's pretty cool. We're going to head back to US 50. We're going to just go a little bit north and south along the way as we head west, and we're going to look for some ghost towns. And on this video, I'm going to show, you know, just to kind of go in and show you what a few of them are. And then and later on, I'll be maybe making some videos more significant of these towns. So make sure to check back for that. Maybe as soon as next week. We've stopped here on US 50 and there are two signs. There's one for Taylor right there that goes in that direction. And then over here talks about the Ward Mining District. So we're gonna go check out both of them. As we leave Ely, there are some ghost towns there as well, and we're going to check those out. And from here, it really starts getting its reputation as the loneliest road. Just wide open highway all the way over to Eureka, and that's where we're going to stay for tonight. We've reached our destination of Eureka for the day. Unincorporated community, which is interesting, and it's got a lot of old buildings in it. So we'll show you around that real quick, and then we'll check into the hotel. Good morning. We continue our excursion on US 50 through towards the middle of Nevada. Starting here in Eureka, and what a cool little town to stay for the night. I mean, it feels like, you know, a moment in time in the, you know, late 1800s here. So I am going to still try to, you know, off of US 50 here and there, a couple miles. The first one here is right near Eureka, a place called Ruby Hill. Used to be a mining, you know, is a mining ghost town, used to be a mining town. Some of these mining ghost towns are on like their second, third, fourth iterations. You know, there's very few things left from the original Ruby Hill, but then people would come back and try to mine it. And actually there's people here, it looks like they're starting again. There's work being done today, but then there's remnants left over from over 100 years ago. So it's pretty fascinating learning about all the mining history in Nevada and all the ups and downs and ups and downs and ups and probably downs all these towns go through. Leaving Eureka, it's more of the loneliest road, as there are no other towns along the way. And just off the edge of this map is going to be Austin, and that's where we're going to end this video. We're not going to stay there for the night, but that's about halfway through the state. Our next stop is the Hickerson Petroglyph Recreation Area. And petroglyphs are, old carvings, sometimes prehistoric carvings in rocks, like you see right there. And unfortunately, there wasn't any brochures when I got there. I was the only person there. There were no cars, nothing. And so I didn't quite know what I was looking for, but there was a lot of awesome rock formations, and I did find some of the petroglyphs as I was walking around. It was, once again, very hot, but the hike wasn't too long. It was maybe a mile. There's several different little paths you can walk around, and once again, seeing things like the carvings right there. I found this to be a nice little stop after some long driving. And some of these, some of these sites are dated back like 10,000 BC, so pretty cool to check that out. This was probably the most significant one right here at the end of the hike. All kinds of cool little drawings to see.